Hello and welcome. I am Reverend Debbie Bergio. We are so glad you are here to join us today. I am joined by Vic Hathaway, our local Howard County real estate expert for older adults, and she also wears a different hat as a Howard County Commissioner on the Commission on Aging. Vic, so glad you're with us. How are you today?
I'm well. It's great to be together with you. Thank you.
Great. Can you tell us a little bit how you got how you got to be on the commission, please?
Sure. I think that about a decade worth of service to the older adult community in the county is how I would summarize it. I have, my day job caring for older adults with the real estate programming, doing a lot of different volunteer work, different boards, neighbor ride driver, enthusiast over the past 10 years. Different things with Johns Hopkins Aging Studies, for example, Maryland Gerontological Association, all different kinds of things. And when the county publicized that there was a seat open on the commission and it was an all call for candidates, I thought, I've lived in Howard County my whole life. This is my passion, service to older adults. Let me go ahead and submit. So I did, and was so pleased and proud to have been chosen and then appointed by the county executive. And you go through all the processes with the county council approval and all that good stuff. So that is about a year and a half under my belt at this point in time. It's a great group. It's very diverse, which is fun. And so you've got different backgrounds, different mindsets, different career paths, and everybody's there together volunteering. It's 15 of us, and the terms are 3-year terms. What's remarkable to me is that based on the timing unfurling for me through the pandemic, we have never met in person. It's been virtual.
Oh my goodness.
Is such a different experience. You're the new kid in school, but you're not together with the other kids. But grateful for the technology, and the county's done an amazing job keeping us connected.
That's great. And it's really something to think about, that you've not actually met in person. So what does the Howard County Commission on Aging actually do?
So the idea is to be in service to the county's older adults. And then, through the process of different task forces, different committees, subcommittees, we perform as advisory to the Office on Aging and Independence. We're there to carry kind of back and forth, I guess, to liaise between different legislators and different legislations that are coming across. We meet every month, and it's the last Monday evening of the month every month. And then, that's something that when you say, how can citizens get involved? Those meetings are open, which is fun. And so if you go to the county website, and I had to make a note of it to be proper, Howard County, Maryland.gov, and you can Google boards and Google the commission. That will land you on a page that shows the agendas and the minutes, going backward in time. And then it also provides the link to join in. It is observation only. But I encourage anybody who has the passion for all of this and to sample the meetings to jump on in there.
Oh, great. I'll definitely include the link in the on this page so we can be able to check it out. So what are some of the current topics of consideration?
So there is a major initiative that's been going on, a lot of work behind the scenes. And finally, to get to this point, I'm going to hold it up for you because I think it's just amazing. The Age-Friendly Howard County Action Plan.
Yes.
Right?
I was part of that board. It was
I know.
It was really terrific being part of that.
Thank you so much. It's beautiful and impressive to look at, but, the idea is to pull Howard County into the World Health Organization and the AARP's network of age-friendly states and communities. And this is a culmination of 2 years worth of work by the committees and the community. So you've got a blueprint here essentially for how Howard County can go forward in being, the best place in which to grow old. And, we have so much of a focus here on our schools and our children. And I think that's really put us on the map, at least in my lifetime at age 57, to think that globally, communities search us and seek to move here for our school system. but to bring parity to older adults and to make it sort of a similar picture for our senior citizens. So that is, and it sort of touches all the bases, as I know you know, Debbie. Housing, transportation, infrastructure, services, the whole gamut is touched upon in here. And I do like the idea that, an age-friendly community really is a community that's friendly to all ages. So yeah, so there's that. Let me think, what else have we been talking about lately? Tax. There's been a lot of work going on behind the scenes as far as being advocates for older adults and retirees in the county with the matter of taxation. And so, recently our governor was in the news with the tax friendly for seniors new legislation that was signed in. But there was a real grassroots effort here and within the commission. And we've got somebody who in particular, Peter Bruner, is a tax expert and was doing a lot of the guidance and a lot of the research. And, when a soundbite comes out, he had that background and that wherewithal to kind of unpack what's really going on and did a fantastic job educating the rest of the commission about it so that we could do our part. Let's see, what's another example? The East Columbia 50 Plus Center just had a groundbreaking. That was always like a little tiny corner that was part of, the kind of the library campus over in East Columbia. And so they're finally getting their day in the sun with the groundbreaking in the fall and, creating a robust bricks and mortar there for that part of the county. So all kinds of things that go on over time, over the year. It's been interesting to see the initiatives and how they kind of move through the food chain, if you will. And then one of the nice things about every meeting is that in addition to the interface with the Office on Aging and whatever is, new business for us, there's always normally a presentation. So, for example, we had the state director of the AARP. We had the Howard County Office of Consumer Protection head come and speak. And obviously with AARP, but everything being pushed through the lens of older adult advocacy. So good examples of what goes on in the meetings.
Oh, that's great. So people bring ideas to you of things, maybe do citizens bring concerns to the commission, say, I would really like you to investigate this, or what are the thoughts on this, or how do ideas and topics come to you?
I would say that way, some of it is legislation based, things are on the table, things are on the agenda at the county level with the legislators, but that we are all meant to be kind of open eyes, open ears within the community, within our sphere, and to, not hide under the, the bushel basket, so to speak. Right. Example of that for me personally would be, I walk my neighborhood with my dogs pretty much every day. And there were neighbors who are my peers who were expressing concern over an older adult in our neighborhood and the driving and unsafe. And so we were able to have a whole conversation about older driver resources right there on the sidewalk. And, encourage them to put me in touch or guide me to figuring out, exactly which neighbor was it so that we could get the help, get the support, keep everybody safe, the win-win.
Right.
So.
Well, I have a feeling Howard County has so many wonderful services that they offer. I have a feeling that the Commission on Aging may be special, specific to Howard County, but an example for other counties and maybe across the country too to look into.
I am biased. I was biased before I was invited to join the commission. My role allows me to work statewide, and then I also coach nationally. And so, with that whole lens of, what's happening in your neighborhood, and all of this ultimately boils down to being a local experience. And so to be able to reflect that back to the people that I interact with who are staff within the Office on Aging and Independence, it's great because it's real. And, they come with energy and enthusiasm and compassion and, an open door kind of, to call the intake number at the county and to receive the benefit of that navigation. It's kind of like there's no wrong door, and you just call up and tell them your troubles, and they will start, setting you up with numbers and names and resources. And and I definitely turn to them as a citizen for my own family. And it's
Mhm.
been a very neat, not like a secret shopper experience per se, but just a very forthright, we're paying tax dollars and we need the services and our seniors need the help, and to experience it firsthand it's remarkable. I'm a true
Absolutely.
believer. Yep.
Absolutely. Part of that age-friendly Howard plan was I was on the communications and information committee, and we have so many great resources, and we were talking about how do we get that information out to the community so that the community can avail themselves of the services that already exist without trying to reinvent the wheel. And so that's been an important, I think it's an important part of that project and what you're doing by sharing with the folks who are watching us, but sharing in the community.
Yes, that you touched a hot button for me, because I think that, I never want any of the resources and the help to be something that's like a hidden secret,
Right.
and to help people realize from grassroots on up that all of this help is there, and this expertise and guidance and navigation, advocacy, all these amazing things. It doesn't have to just be, wow, somebody's really struggling and it's time to call adult protective services. I mean, there's so much good stuff. The insurance navigation process, people really need help with that. And that's a thing. And I feel like the work that you and I have done with COGS has helped kind of be a public-private partnership, as business people, or, and to have the not-for-profit sector there, and you're representing for that, to just, again, keep getting the word out in any which way. And the challenges of the pandemic, again, to keep it on point, keep it timely, that the physical experience of being able to go to the 50+ centers, I mean, that was off the table for a good long while.
It was. Yep.
But to see the Office on Aging and Independence pivot to, calendarizing and putting everything, using technology and making everything virtual, really pretty remarkable. I think, the look back on what was accomplished over the past couple of years in response to this is just going to be amazing. I think it's going to be like a case study for other counties. I really do.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, I know just with our winter grace and, so much of what we do is sharing information so we can connect folks with the resources they need, but making that change from an in-person resource fair to what we're doing now, being virtual. And I'm so excited that now we're back to a hybrid format, doing both the virtual and in person. So hopefully that cycle is just going to keep on going. But the way that the county's been able to implement technology, just that we can have the technology to join the commission meetings as an observer the last Monday of the month, you said?
Last Monday, yes.
Last Monday of the month. So that is just all growing experiences, trying to make the best of a really difficult time and situation.
100%. And, that touches on another button, I think, which is, as wonderful as technology is, and not to ever treat older adults as a monolith. I've got people that, can run circles around me, could build a mainframe, and I've got people who can't get the hang of email.
Yep.
So, it's a double-edged sword, where if people aren't good at it, need the help, can't access the help, they are really struggling. Almost worse than ever, because now people are taking for granted, okay, well, just go online to pay your bill or look at your account.
Absolutely.
Or, and to end up with a client or somebody that we're helping who doesn't have email, you think, oh my goodness, back to the dark ages, how am I going to be able to help them, when that was its own norm, not that long ago.
Exactly. I had to make a phone call today to a company, and they said, we're too busy now. Can we text you? So I ended up having this whole resolved everything through text, but I'm thinking I could do that, but or we would take my mom to the doctor and they'd hand us an iPad to fill out things. So I think that I absolutely agree completely with you about there's got to be a balance with the technology and understanding that not everyone is up for that or up to that. So I think that's really important to remember.
Absolutely. And, and then you just reminded me that when I was brand new with the commission, one of the topics that we were researching, and we had a very wonderful speaker whose name escapes me, but a specialist gerontologist, and the concept that some communities are creating a geriatric friendly, senior friendly emergency room subset of their existing emergency room. And
Oh,
there it
wow.
is, there's the acknowledgement that, the chance for, disorientation, the chance for, technology fails, like you're talking about how all the doctors now like to hand over that iPad to do the check-in. Sometimes if there's hearing loss or vision loss, the whole experience is a different experience than a younger person coming in and going through that. And so the sensitivity to that, job one, and then the awareness to tweak what we do have, which I think is a wonderful hospital and a wonderful emergency room, and have, been there many times with my own older adults, and experienced what a great job they do. And yet to see how we could kick it up to the next level. And then, then you get into grant funds and, what's available and who can lead, who has the vision. So that's, again, kind of a picture behind the scenes of those commission meetings, and there's actual conversation and collaborative thinking and exchange going on.
That's so exciting to hear that there are a group of dedicated folks who are in the county who are dedicated to caring for and making life the best it can be for older adults. So that just makes my heart happy. So is there anything else you'd like to share about the commission, or about next steps, or ideas going forward?
I would say, I welcome everybody to tune in. I really think it's a more the merrier type of experience, to become aware of what's going on, and that kind of can get the wheels turning. People could be reflecting about what's important to them. Welcome to be an open door and sort of a portal to it all. I think all 15 of us feel that way. And then as people realize that there are spots that come open and that there are term limits, if people think that they're called to that and to, submit the paperwork on that is fantastic. Always looking for talent.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, you'd be amazing. You'd be amazing. So.
You're very kind. Thank you, Vic. So I just appreciate you so much taking the time out of your day to share about the commission and really introduce folks to something really important and special about in our community. And for folks who don't live here, maybe they're might have some ideas for their local officials to suggest, bring up, and encourage their local county governments to look into having a commission like we do.
100%. That cross-pollination, I think, is key. Don't just kind of stay in your lane that way and become parochial. I think it works against people that way. I try to read the Post and the Sun. And so whether things are being done at a national level or far, far away, that is one of my joys, is to kind of clip those articles and share them within the commission and say, hey, look what Montgomery County is doing, for example. And, and that just kind of gets the creativity going and makes you see the possibilities. So absolutely. Great idea.
One of our first assignments on the Age-Friendly Howard Committee was to look at plans that are already in place around the country, and to glean the best of the best, see what's going on out there. So I think that applies perfectly to what you were just saying, to learn from others. So again, thank you.
Imitation is the sincerest form of flattery, and like you say, not to recreate the wheel. Be efficient. If somebody else has come up with something and is doing it, by all means, we all get better.
Absolutely. Well, I just thank you so much, and I'll have your contact information and the commission contact information with this video. And just want to thank everybody for joining us, and thank you, Vic, and I hope you have a wonderful day.
Oh, it's my pleasure. Thank you so much.
Thank you.